my name is Juan. Welcome back to the channel. Today, this video is going to be a start of a different kind of series. Long story short, I've decided to document the entire journey of validating a business idea from scratch, and I want to be totally transparent. I'm going to show you how we test it, how we're trying to make it work, and even if we fail, I'm going to document all that. So here's the idea. I recently met up with my friend Ifit. He's dealt with the nightmare that of moving out his apartment only to find out he's bringing roaches with him. He wanted to solve this problem for himself and others. We started brainstorming and used ChatGPT deep research to look into the scientific paper. We found a method that is safer and use fewer chemical than traditional pest control treatment. But we aren't just building a box. We are trying to designing a fully automated facility. We are planning to use 20-foot refrigerated shipping container. You can see it from the screen. This is known as like reefer because they are already insulated and airtight. To make it safe, we gonna retrofit them with 1,200-pound electromagnetic lock and industrial safety sensor. So the process we design is completely self-service. So it involves four phases. Number one is job up. So basically, you enter a unique PIN code you receive in your cell phone, and the system checks if the air is safe before unlocking the door so you can load the furniture. So once you hit the star, you're coming into the phase two treatment. Once you hit the star, the computer will take over. It will release the carbon dioxide to a 60% concentration and hold it there for 48 hours to kill all the bugs, including their eggs. The phase three is purging. So after the cycle is done, a high power exhaust fan is in on the top of the container will automatically kick in to extract out the gas and put in the fresh air. So after all done, you will get a text message saying that your stuff is pest free. So only then will the system will let you unlock the door again. So museum use similar science method for the expensive high value item as the pest control treatment, but nobody offering this off-site service for regular family moving house. So in a residential setting, so we think there is a market there. So in today's video, you're going to see our second meeting where we're trying to touch base on what we've done so far, and also what is the next step. We're gonna make it feasible and come up with our first prototype, proof of concept.
So the best part that I like about your research is that it brings down the cost a lot, which makes it economically more. I think you can sustain this business with lesser demand.
Because I coming from the point that like previously I was thinking we have to do it in a warehouse setting. Like in a warehouse
Right,
setting, like it's more costly to rent a place like that, and
right,
also you have to keep that place warm, and also the running cost is gonna be very high, and also
right.
you need to have somebody you at least have 2 to 3 working staff there, and also the more and more and think of like if you need to running something in a warehouse, you will need to think of a lot of safety related issue like those like treatment. If you leaking the carbon dioxide into the warehouse, it's gonna be
Yeah,
dangerous.
yeah. So I think the model you come up with, it makes a lot of sense. Maybe if it works in future, we can try like mobile options also, like
Yeah,
on back of a truck or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But to start with, I was thinking that if it's in the range of like I think what was 15,800 was probably the cost you mentioned, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So maybe we can quickly do one pilot, and I am happy to do the investment if it is within that range. We need to select. I think the part we'll need to now understand is like what sort of permissions we would need, who can help us build this, and probably the other part is like where to build this. I did a bit of location research. three places came up. Mostly, I think ChatGPT focused on places where apartment density is high,
Yeah.
places where there are a lot of discussions on Reddit, and
Yeah.
also places where there are a lot of thrift stores.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Combining those three, it suggested three locations. One is Etobicoke, one
yeah.
is North York, and the third is Scarborough.
Yeah.
The biggest priority it gave was to Scarborough.
Yeah. So there's a couple more things need to be considered if if we actually in the implementation phase. I think number one is the zoning. So is it that particular location the zoning allow you to use that? I think that's number one. Number two is that like do we rent a place or do we just like partner with the moving company? They have a big yard, or do we partner with the self storage company that ask them like, hey, can we utilize if you have empty place, if your zoning is allowed, can we put a pilot there and just for
So
testing something?
yeah, so I think the more I was also thinking those stuff, but I
Yeah,
realized that more players that
yeah,
we bring in more complexity.
yeah,
So I was thinking in the beginning,
yeah,
maybe we can do like a green field, totally on ourselves.
yeah,
End to end. It might not be the most economic setup. There will maybe a partnership will give us better cost, better like the costing might go down. There might be better synergies in terms of demand and all of those stuff.
yeah,
But I was thinking we do it in a phase two. In phase one, we just get a real life what can I say? At least like 10 or 15 operations done where we prove that 15 people came to us, they went through this,
yeah,
and they had an excellent experience.
yeah.
So that's the part I want to reach first.
So I would say that the investment will not only that 1,500, it will much more than that. Like because you need to rent a place. When you rent a place, they are not for 1 month of the rent. They're gonna sign at least maybe a couple years rent lease with for the commercial lease. That's a big commitment. And also
Okay, so we cannot go for that if
yeah.
that's like the precondition that we have to go for like a multi-year contract. We cannot go for something like that.
Yeah, yeah. That's why. So I was thinking that before we actually build it, I think we should start to after we do a little bit more research, validating the cost, validating the effectiveness. I think I kind of confident that there's two paper. They very high, very credible paper. They do the experiment that I want to do it. So I don't think we need to do it anymore. So I think it
I'm saying I don't want to do it as an experiment in a
yeah
lab.
yeah
I want to do it in a commercial way. I want
yeah
15 customers
yeah
coming to us, paying us,
yeah
giving their products,
yeah
we running the cycles, and they giving us feedback that hey, this worked, this is a great product.
yeah. Okay. I think before that we should already have a very well think through landing page, product promotion, and get the lead right. So we should have we should have a good taste of for that. People willing to sign, willing to pay for that. So
Yeah.
when we get that, then we will actually start. Now I think in the meantime we could do our homework to reach out for the licensing process, reach out the engineer cost, and for coming up with the control diagram, all that we can do the homework. And as long as we have the confirmation, I actually have 20 people willing to try it, then we will put actual money on.
So here I want to go the other way around. I mean, not,
Yeah,
I want to do the marketing
yeah,
once we confirm where we are setting this up, because
yeah,
I want the marketing to be very hyper local.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Here there is a thing about moving the stuff.
Hmm.
So I don't want to throw an ad to Mississauga where we are setting up probably in, let's say, on the east side of Toronto.
Hmm.
I know that that still makes sense that if they move to this side of Toronto,
Yeah, yeah,
they will have that stuff.
yeah,
But I think there is a higher probability if we show it to the locals.
Yeah. So I think that will change our marketing strategy. Is more like you has a landing page, then you put some ads on the Facebook group, the local group, and
Right,
KGG local group for that
right,
particular location, something
right,
like that.
right. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So more of organic or like not paid marketing. I don't want to go in the beginning.
yeah,
More in groups like
yeah,
live or like what do they call that? The pamphlets that they give in the apartments, those sort of stuff.
yeah.
Rather
And
than being a very broad advertisement.
yeah, and
So the reason why I'm telling about setting this up is because if we take a timeline
yeah,
that we want to start setting it up by, let's say, X date,
yeah.
then things become more actionable. Like, let's
y-
say if we, yeah,
Yeah, so I would say that the timeline will very, very determined by the licensing, like timeline we require for that, and also the availability of the correct zoning, available location that are available to list. I think these two most critical thing.
yeah, I mean, let's say we want to go live on January 1st.
Mm,
Hypothetically, right?
mm,
So, what do we need to do? Like, I think the first thing we need to decide is which solution are we gonna go with? Is it like the container model
yeah,
or the plastic bags,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So that's something we decide. Then once,
yeah,
like, if we want to go live on January 1st, we get a checklist. Like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
these things we need to get done by January 1st.
yeah,
Now, when we start doing this, we
yeah,
will get more information.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yeah. So let's say if we create a checklist that to go live on January 1st, you need to have this license, this permission, these are the stuff.
Yeah,
So so I will know that, oh, okay, I need these three permissions. So when I
yeah,
apply, I will automatically know that this will take this amount of time.
yeah,
So basically, creating a checklist based on the final outcome.
yeah.
I was thinking from that point of view.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
agree.
So I think the part we need to decide is, do we go with the containers or do we go with I saw that you shared a picture from a paper, right?
Yeah, that's the experiment they did.
Yeah. So that will be applicable for only smaller products, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because you only have the smaller and also the smaller bag, you have to calculate that how much dry ice you're gonna put inside that bag.
Oh,
So you also need to has a handheld carbon dioxide monitoring.
okay.
It's more like a lab setup and DIY setup.
Okay. So then let's go for the container
Yeah.
and let's target that we are gonna do it by January 1st and
Yeah.
start working like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can connect again tomorrow.
Yeah.
You create a checklist. I also create a checklist, and we
Yeah.
match what is matching.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I have some item in mind, like
Yeah.
something we need to check.
Yeah.
And
And then we can segregate the work. Let's say you take six, I take. Let's say there are 12 items,
yeah,
right? You take responsibility for six, I take responsibility for six,
yeah,
and we get things done.
yeah, sure. But
Uh,
still,
yeah,
I think still the most important thing is that how much people willing to pay, how much people will pay. Two questions:
yeah,
the market
yeah.
size and the price tag.
Yeah, I mean, even for that, let's say you want to know how much people will pay.
Yeah,
You need to be ready to prepare a landing page or prepare a pamphlet with more concrete information. Like,
yeah,
this is the location, this is what our container looks like.
yeah,
So I'm not saying that we will start investing immediately and put the money,
yeah,
but we have to think like that
yeah,
in our minds. We have to convince ourselves that we will start building it from January 1st.
yeah. So I think you have
Yeah,
something visually, it will make you think it's more close to the reality.
right.
Yeah,
right?
that's why I put a couple picture that it
Yeah.
made me to think this is maybe the real thing.
Exactly, exactly. Also, when you are building a landing page, if you show an actual place
Mm-hmm.
that, like now that you have created the drawing,
Mm-hmm.
we can take it as a model, right? And now
Yeah,
AI can create very realistic images
yeah,
of this, right?
yeah, yeah,
If we put this in the landing page, now it looks a much more solid landing page
yeah.
rather than creating like
Description.
something in lovable, right?
Yeah,
Maybe this will not probably look very polished and high tech and like a very AI startup kind of landing page, but
mm-hmm.
it will have that industrial feeling, like
Yeah,
a serious, like a vibe that says that we are very serious about our. So people, we will get more actual people's interest, and we can get the demand from that.
yeah, yeah,
So I think we will definitely do more testing on the demand side,
yeah.
but I feel like in our mind, if we focus towards building the actual thing, we will get more concrete information
Mm-hmm.
that will help us to test the demand better,
Mm-hmm.
because now we asking people what is the amount you're going to pay,
Mm-hmm.
you are willing to pay. So like in the Reddit, one guy said that he's willing to pay 600 to 800.
Yeah,
My colleague said he's okay paying more than 1,000
yeah,
if someone gives the guarantee that they will remove the bed bugs, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
but now we don't know actually how much we are pricing.
yeah.
If we get a concrete idea that this is the final cost that we are going to, when we are thinking about building this from January 1st,
Yeah,
we will get much more realistic cost estimation,
yeah,
right? Which will help us to come up with more realistic pricing.
yeah.
And we can actually test that then.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I think that's a good idea that we actually start to test the water, like break it down on small step. I
Yeah.
think it will including a bunch of steps to knowing, for example, do a bunch of the market, also calling the supplier as well to know the actual cost for buying those equipment,
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
and also calling a bunch of the patch control company, moving company, like
Exactly.
what they charge for the
Yes,
client. Yeah.
exactly. Also, like in my mind, I am thinking I will take a lot, right? But you are saying that nobody will give you unless you're booking for 2 years.
Hmm.
So then probably if we want to go live quickly, so there is no way I think in the beginning we should rent a place for 2 years, right?
Mm, yeah.
So we have to figure out a way where we partner with someone or like do something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think once we think more in terms of actual action, I
Yeah.
think that will give us more actual understanding of costing, execution act steps, licensing, permissions,
Yeah,
those.
yeah. Okay, okay. Do we set up a budget for how do we work backward or no? Or what?
Ideally, maybe we should start from the budget you came up with
Mm.
and verify against that.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean that's the budget for building that like the one set solution. But
Oh,
for the where do we put it? Like where's the size?
yeah,
And also the actual running cost, like including the gas, internet, or those are small. I think the most biggest one is like you need a commitment for a place that
yeah,
you want
right,
to put that place.
right,
So
yeah,
so I think I will try to list up the action item as like maybe we talk to a couple people who were in the self storage, like
yeah,
something like can they sublist a small portion of their ground to us just
yeah.
for testing, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. So when I told you, like there is one other guy who has been working with me, Nakib.
Mm,
So I have been working with him on, like we have tried out a lot of things,
mm,
but he wants to be part of this. Like I mean,
yeah.
yeah. So last time we spoke, I told him that we were working on an idea like this.
Yeah.
It was in very early stage.
Yeah.
I was testing out the demand side, and
Mm,
you were working on how to get it operational or how to build the actual stuff.
yeah.
So I was thinking maybe we three can have a meeting and bring him in. Like
Yeah.
I don't know whether he will be able to add a lot of value right now. He's more of like a product manager, digital product manager or coder, not a very physical operations guy, but a very good like solution architect or
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So I just the basic thing is I don't want to like leave him in the middle, like because we are doing this because he
Yeah.
has. So the relation I have with you, I have something with him also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to like drop him just in the middle. I want like I feel maybe in the long run we will have that room for app, web, or other stuff.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
and
Yeah.
also like he's a very smart guy, so it's not like maybe in operations also he can help or give ideas. He's a very sharp guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Sure. 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 I think. Yeah. It would be good. It would be good. Like
yeah,
has another one that hold us accountable, make
yeah.
it moving forward.
Yeah, and also he's positive in a lot of aspects. Like when I told him that I am, like you were saying that we working together on a real, like
Re-
real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that time also, like he was saying that, yeah, sure, let you guys figure things out, and then we can build something together, something like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of setting up a call, or maybe if possible, meet in person.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sure.
And what I will say that where we are right now is we discussed about this idea.
Yeah.
I'm looking into the demand side right now,
Yeah.
and you are looking on the building the actual product,
Yeah.
the physical product, the
Yeah.
physical structure. We are at that step.
Yeah.
Uh, he comes in. He'll be anyway going to Bangladesh in probably next week. So I don't know like whether he will be actively engaging with us for the next 1 month or not. But I believe that he can join online. He can keep us accountable. Also like he's a sharp guy. So I think he'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. Have no problem with that.
Okay. So I think as next step, maybe we'll connect. Let's say again day after tomorrow.
Yep.
Tomorrow I have a office dinner. Otherwise, I would have preferred connecting tomorrow. But I think we'll connect day after tomorrow, and we go through the lists.
Yeah. Sure. We can meet in Tuesday, and then I think
Yeah.
I will have that. I will have that list. I pretty much have everything in mind. That what should we do?
Okay.
Yeah.
And I in my mind I believe that we will get this running in, let's say, January.
I'm not that optimistic because I think those licensing, because you never deal with the government. I deal with the government a lot
Yeah,
for the housing, like rental stuff,
yeah.
and it's actually
Pretty
hard
difficult.
difficult to do business in Canada, basically.
Yeah. I think basically we have to think either we get the license or we find out people who already have the license and how we can leverage that.
Yeah. Because I when I did the research, I know that like those carbon dioxides are actually being regulated as the
Okay.
fumigation usage product. So
Okay.
basically, it's kind of more serious, like similar to those toxic gas
Okay.
regulation in Canada. So I don't know
Yeah.
why, but
So I think,
it makes
yeah.
sense. Like the carbon dioxide, if you are not regulated, it's gonna be a little bit dangerous for large scale usage.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
we will meet Tuesday, and we will keep in touch on the WhatsApp.
Yeah. Okay. And I'll let you know I'll let you know when we can set up a meeting for the three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also think about the process I think of, I propose.
Yeah. I saw that.
And
Yeah.
so I just don't want that I too optimistic that will work. And if I need a second eye to see like
Yeah.
if
No,
actually will work, because it will impact the cost quite a bit. If
yeah.
we are doing it in this way, the cost will be this much. But if
Yeah.
we are reverse in a totally different process, the cost will be totally different.
Yeah, I think it will depend on what are the risks of doing it by the movers or the client,
Yeah.
and versus doing it through a trained person.
Yeah.
I think if I'll look into those risks.
Yeah.
Basically, that risk will give us an idea. If the risk is something that is covered by the economic margin that we'll make,
Yeah.
then we will go for it. But if the risk is something that can make the business go out of business, then we'll have to shift.
Yeah. So look at the insurance, like how much it can cover the liability perspective.
Right,
Like
right.
if someone die or something, I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
I think for sure we will have to put a lot of fail-safe mechanism
yeah.
by the
Right.
whole thing we set it up. Even we using our trained
Yeah,
employee, I think it will still will be the same declaration. We
yeah,
need something fail-safe.
yeah.
But
Makes.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And
Okay.
talk to you
And give
later.
my regards to Claire and Kiara.
Sure. Bye.
Okay, bye.